All right, we're rocking the Canadian shirt and the Canadians hat and the Canadian flag over here because yes, indeed, it is Canada Day, July 1st today. Happy Canada Day. For those of you in the States, happy Independence Day coming up here on Saturday, July 4th. So lots to look forward to here for you also. And look at my hat. So this hat, as I've mentioned in a prior video, this hat is so old that I've got my name and phone number on the inside of this bad boy here. So this one is about 30 years old or thereabouts. So we're rocking the Canadian stuff for today. Thank you for coming back to the channel, and all of this is probably appropriate because this one will be a little bit more of a heavier video blog here today, as you'll see towards the end. So I'm going to touch on some different topics here. Also, probably my most important video that I have done or that I will ever do, maybe, as you'll see towards the end of this one. Stick around for that. So thank you for coming back to the channel. Really just two topics to get into today. One, the email that came out about bookings. Very important. Lots of information to unpack with that one. Number two, I just want to talk about forgiveness in general and really talk about that. I know it sounds maybe like a boring topic, but we're going to spice it up a little bit. So hang around for that one there as well. So on to the bookings email. That was very informative. What VIPKID came out with there yesterday and talked a little bit more about the automation and how the booking system works. And I think people are reading maybe a little bit too much into this one. I've seen lots of comments, lots of negativity, of course. I just briefly looked to see what was being said about it. And I want to focus in on just one part of the email here and what it says. And more importantly, what it does not say also. Okay, so this is at the end of it. So they mentioned that if a match can't be made, meaning your open time slots and a parent's selected time slots aren't the same. So a learning partner can suggest a different teacher for the parent to book based on the parent's preferences and desired criteria. So people are reading into that LPs are swooping in here, and for all the students where there's no match, they're manually booking the class themselves. They say that an LP can. It doesn't say they will, it says they can. So to me anyways, I feel, looking at my schedule anyways, I feel the parents are the ones that are coming in there for the most part. Yes, I'm sure there are LPs that come in and make those bookings. Parents probably delegate that to the LP. But there are likely situations, or lots of situations, or the majority of the situations, where the parents are the ones that are coming in and booking that class to the same teacher, to a different teacher. That's how I'm reading it. And yes, I know LPs, there are some that I'm sure are making that booking, and that's why teachers are a little bit upset about that. But I think the majority of the cases are the parents coming in at noon Beijing time when the frenzy opens, and they're the one making that booking. That's how I view it. And we can only control what we can control. We can't control that stuff. And I know it's easy to worry about that, but we can't control it. We can only control what we can control, which is a good class and when you open your schedule. As I've mentioned in prior videos, I bypass the pre-booking frenzy. Get rid of all that automation and just have it so parents can come in at the frenzy time and book my schedule. Yes, I have to get up at an ungodly time of day at 12:55 a.m. since I'm on the Atlantic time zone, 1 hour ahead of Eastern, but I feel it's worth it because I think I'm getting more new students because of it, because they can swoop in and take the peak time periods, whereas if I open during the pre-booking frenzy, the seagulls, my existing students, just swoop in there and take all those good slots. So I feel I'm getting more new students because there's more good slots open at the actual frenzy time itself. So that's what I'm doing. It may work for you, it may not. Do what works for you, and the only way you'll probably know is to experiment. That's at least what I've tried, and the conclusion I've come to is I like bypassing the pre-booking frenzy and going on short sleep on Monday. Okay, on to the more serious topic here for this part. And before I get into that, please do like, subscribe. I really appreciate subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get to 1,000. We're just over 300, so thank you very much. I really do appreciate you subscribers. Thank you very much for that and liking the video. Okay, on to a more serious topic here, and it's just on forgiveness as a whole. And I'll go into a little bit more on my story. I've shared this previously, and I don't have proof. I don't have proof. Let me first and foremost underline that. I don't have proof. Back years ago, I won't get into how many because I don't want to pinhole what exactly I'm referring to here, but back some years ago, I blew the whistle at an establishment to multiple individuals and said there's something not right here. There's something that seems a little bit shady, in my opinion, taking place here. I spent months looking, observing, and saying, okay, I've seen 1 plus 3, I've seen 2 plus 2, I've seen 0 plus 4. It all shows 4 to me. It all shows 4, one direction. It's showing me this. I don't have proof, but I had all of that, which just showed to me it looked like something shady was taking place. I blew the whistle. Ever since then, my life has been utter chaos. Now, a lot of it has been my own doing. It has. There's been many mistakes I've made during that time. But at the same time, I felt that my character has been under attack because I have not backed down on saying I feel there's something wrong, I blew the whistle, and I have not gone back in my story. Some years later, I still have not gone back of it, and I'm not going to go back on it because I know what's taken place. I don't have proof, but that's what I'll leave on that part. And I guess what I'm saying to this is, bottom line, I felt there's been some injustice done to me. My character has been basically questioned on what I did or did not see, and has been questioned for quite some time. And I had so much anger because of that. Not that I was angry towards or going out in fits of anger or whatever, but just bottled up inside because I felt I was just treated unfairly. And I finally came to the conclusion that I've got to let that go. It's got to go. Because, and I'll share a little bit of a story going forward also on this, it's so important to forgive people. And it's so easy. It's so easy to say, you've done something wrong to me. You're in the wrong. And it's so easy. It's so black and white to see that in other people. But then we're blinded by our own problems, by our own sin. It's gray to us when we're looking at ourselves, and black and white when we're looking at someone else. It's so easy to judge someone else. And my bottom line is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not only good for the person you're forgiving, but also for you. For you. My thumbnail is a great picture of that. It shows forgiveness, and it's probably as big of a gift for the person that is actually doing the forgiving, because you're able to just get rid of that, to let it go, to move forward. And the quick story I'll share here is a 60 Minutes interview that I watched back a few years ago, and it's so pertinent. And I can't relate to this gentleman on what he's gone through. I just want to share quickly on it. Basically, this person was locked away for 30 years for a crime he did not do. He stayed in jail for 30 years, crime he did not commit. And the reporter on 60 Minutes asked him, "Are you angry?" And he said, "No." And the reporter said, "How could you not be? 3 decades of your life, most all of your life, that was the question." And he came back with, "They took 30 years of my life." So the person that did the time, "They took 30 years of my life, as you said. What joy I have, I cannot afford to give them. And so being angry is giving them, letting them win." And the reporter came back and said, "You'd still be in prison." And the person that was wrongly convicted said, "Oh, absolutely. I'm a person that loves to laugh. I love to see other people smile. And how can I smile when I'm full of hate? And so the 30 years they got from me, I count every day as a joy." Think of that. You're locked away for 30 years for a crime you didn't commit, and you come out with that. You come out with that level of forgiveness, and that is so difficult. And I can't relate to him. I haven't been put in jail for 30 years. I can relate to my own maybe injustice and what I've caused to other people, as well as what I felt has been caused to me, but I can't relate to that. That level of forgiveness is not only great for you, the person doing the forgiving, but also down the road when you need forgiveness as well. Forgiveness is so key. The best gift I think you can give to someone and to yourself at the same time. So a little more serious of a topic today, top of mind for a variety of reasons. Happy Canada Day, happy Independence Day on the 4th. Come back, we'll do a video less serious in the next few days. Bye, everybody.